Hi, RD Barry here. Welcome to episode 49 in my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XII. Alright, well, I did some selling of loot and extra weapons and buying of updated weapons and certain spells and things like that. And I changed my party lineup. Again, it's kind of based on random, but it's also to like kind of keep things even, but also to allow me to keep the same party, same setup for a period of time. I'll switch over to another party if we have another boss encounter, which I have a feeling is coming up fairly quickly. But anyway, let's continue on. Now we have Lente's Tier. We can get through the barrier at the... Yeah, I don't want Bubble normally on a Gambit because it just uses way more MP than is healthy for us. Let's see. Yeah, I think we've already gotten these guys. I'll ignore them. We don't need to deal with them again. There we go. So much for the barrier. Does the barrier still stay? Is it still... Oh. Or, no, yeah, it's... Okay, it's... half visible now. Alright, that's interesting. Okay, and, let's... Great marble. Wow. Alright. Some of those are just exactly the same, except, they're like the leaders or something. Oh, I was going to steal here. Right. Bosch is slowed, but I think that's not the end of the world. We threw a Chronos tier at him anyway, so... Okay. There's probably more efficient ways to poach, by the way. I've got Vaan set up on a poach gambit, but I think I'm going to remove that. Yeah. Let's save that for when we really need to get serious about getting or grinding cash. I think there's some items you can only get through poach, but yeah. Okay, Lars is casting Linda on himself. That's nice. But you kind of have to know what those items are ahead of time. There are ways to get clues in the clan primer. Most of the entries have like a second page. If you look at the second page, sometimes they'll mention an item sort of at random, and I think that is a clue that that item might be available from poach. For example, I think the entry on Cactoid mentions something about the 1,000 or a bundle of needles, and I think that would be something to do with poach. But anyway, that's a little bit off topic, I guess, for this moment. Poaching is kind of subtle because if the enemy is too weak, then you're just going to one-shot him, and then you won't be able to poach. But on the other hand, if they're too strong, then you won't win at all. So, yeah, it gets very... it gets complicated. Alright, so we've got, alright. What are you doing here? Right. Okay. This wakened in Myrna deep disquiet. She could, right. Right. So I guess that was the path, but it is fallen into disrepair. By the way, I keep on thinking, you know, it's interesting that they... Oh, we got a treasure chest there. That's interesting. Amber armlet. I'm betting that's not gonna appear again, that chest. And again, we have a random save crystal in the middle of nowhere, so I'm thinking that's presaging a boss encounter. I am going to prepare for that, similarly to the way I did before. I kind of remember this one, but it's... Well, I won't give it away too much anyway. Let's prepare as much as we can here, and I'll do that off screen. Okay, now we want to start casting bubble. Because we're going to get that MP back with a crystal there. And I basically left the setup before as the same. I don't remember specifically all the things that can happen. I kind of have a vague memory of the battle, but other than that, I am not sure. Anyway, let's, I'll save the current state, just in case. And let's head into that next area, see what the game has in store for us. Wow. Yikes. All right. So it is a arrow, or it is a wind-based enemy. Because Ash is casting arrow. So let's go back and change her gambit to the normal one here. Now that we know that. Okay. And we'll add an arrow attack. And let's put that up fairly high. I don't think this guy is going to be doing a reflect, but I probably want to only attack when we're not being targeted. So we're targeting self. I just want to do the normal attack and not try to get even more attention than I'm already going to have. Do I need to do oil? I don't think so, because arrow is going to do more than enough, I think, with that. And we'll try to, yeah, we'll try to slow it. He'll probably be immune to that, but you never know. Alright, yeah, slow hasn't taken effect, but and one thing I remember, oh, he's got tree ants involved here. That's interesting. Let's take care of those. Otherwise, we're gonna be fighting off all three at once. That's not good. Ah, alright, so we can stop doing that. He is, oh, by the way, Tiamat is based on a Mesopotamian goddess, not a god. So all the time I was saying he, I should have been saying she. A lot of the enemy names are not random. They're based on actual things in real life. They're much changed from the original usually, but there is a grain of the original, usually a grain of the original meaning in there. Okay, let's turn off that slow. Okay. And these tree ants are all weak to wind. So one thing I want to try to do is keep everybody kind of separated. For example, Ash, why don't you get out of the corner there? Keep on after that tree ant. Oh, that's interesting. Bash, who are you attacking anyway here? I think I might have had him just on. Right. Yeah. All right. collect that. Right, arrow. Finally. Protect and shell. Ash, I believe you have a, let's see. Or no, it was Pinello. Dispel. Right, yeah, Dispel. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah. I remember this vividly. Because it gets everyone in your party. First of all, Pinello, start attacking Bosch immediately. Ash, you need to use items for antidotes here. Same with Larsa. Oh, nobody else is poisoned. Alright. Yeah, Bosch is silenced, but... Okay. Right. So that took care of those effects. Let's use a handkerchief on... oh, actually, Bosch, you can do that on yourself there. Alright, so let's see. Let's start adding, adding gambits to do all of that. So we needed a ally any handkerchief. We needed an ally any antidote. Yeah, I want ally any actually here. Moves poison. I think it removes sap as well, and that's what we were hit with. And I want to make sure Pinello is attacking anybody who is first of all, I'll make sure she has that healing rod. Yeah. And yeah, that's her first gambit. Status confuse attack, right? Because if Bosch gets confused and starts attacking like Pinello, then that is not going to be good because he's a lot stronger and he'll take her out in a couple swipes. So we want to undo that as soon as we can here. I think we've got a Chronos tier gambit, so somebody does. Yeah. Actually, it was just Bosch, but that's all right. I'll have I'll change that to ally any. Okay, I think we've got. Wow. So that's why I wanted to get rid of that's why I wanted to get rid of oil as soon as possible, because that fireball would have not been good. Meanwhile, Ash is doing double duty as healer and damage dealer here. You know what? Let's, I think we have, alright, I added, Bosch decoy here, just to make sure he is tanking and not, doing something, he shouldn't be doing. That's probably going to eat up a lot of MP, but, we've got ethers, I think, still. There's that fireball again. Camera? There we go. And again, I want to try to keep the allies a bit separated. Yeah, in case of that spore attack. I don't know if it's gonna hit. If they're separated enough, I don't. It might not hit everybody, which would be good. Wow. So let's see. Let's temporarily oh no, I can't do that. Let's see. Let's have Bosch. Yeah, see, this is awkward. Let's remove his sword for a minute here. And then have him attack Pinello. To get rid of that confused status. Alright. That should help. And let's bring back Bosch's weapon. Wow, look at all those statuses. Is he still on the ancient sword? Yeah, that's probably obsolete by now. We don't have much better though at the moment. All this stuff just costs so much. Alright. Right. Let's have somebody else doing a antidote, because that sap I think is nasty here. Let's Larsa, why don't you well actually let's just move that up a bit. Okay. And let's do ally any again and give that responsibility to Pinello here. I want to use antidotes instead of Poisana because it's going to be faster. Alright, let's see how that works. Wow, okay, we're just gradually getting rid of the status effects. Why doesn't that work here? Antidotes. Do I not have anything that takes care of sap? Apparently that doesn't work. Okay, that's not good. Let's see. I thought sap responded to I thought sap responded to antidotes. Let's see. Yeah. So alright, well that was a misconception on my part. Oh, I know. Ally status equals sap regen. Only I don't have that spell for some reason at the moment. Well, let's just leave it as attack, and maybe that healing rod will fix that. She can attack herself. Wow. Yeah, her sap is gone. Either wore off or the healing rod did the trick. Ash, why don't you take a an ether? Alright, I think we're... yeah. I think the spore attack is... yeah. Oh, it didn't get us too far. Yeah, spore fall. It only hit Pinello this time. Wow. We'll have to do the same thing again here with Bosch, I think. Or no, let's have Ash this time take off her weapon. Remove. Attack. Pinello. Alright. Re-equip the weapon. She may not even have the best weapon. I don't know. I haven't really been paying too much attention to that. I want her with... yeah, interestingly, Storm Staff is not storm related or lightning related. That's interesting. Yeah. Let's have her do Bouge and then a bronze shield here. And you know what? I was thinking about this. I should have had Bosch with a Bosch should have a shield. So he needs to be using the sword and not one of the other like two-handed weapons that he has available. And is there? Yeah, there should be a. You would think there would be a something that would prevent confuse, but as far as I know, not at this point in the game. I think eventually, but not at the moment. But actually, yeah. Sap isn't our problem, I think. So we're not... this is not an optimal situation, but we're surviving, I think. Penella, you use another ether. Yeah, there we go. Penello hit herself with the healing rod and cured her sap, so we got around that issue. And you know what? I think this time I'm gonna pull out Belius and see how that works. The main problem is that Ash keeps on getting aggro before Belius can take it away, so that's been an issue, so this is kind of a risk, but we'll see. Try to stay in the distance here. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Ash's arrow is hitting for more points than Belius's attack. But Belius is making a pretty good tank here. All right. So the reason I waited to do that, pull out Belius last, was to avoid those pesky critical health things that go on, and only one person in the congratulations screens. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so best to have Bellius do that, to do the the final set of attacks. Ash, or you can Bellius, you can go away now. All right. All right. Let's get rid of those gambits again here. All right. And we've got a chest here. Wow. I'm thinking that's not going to reappear either. These high guild chests, I think, do not show up again. Let's see, and we cleared the way back, I think, somehow. Alright, so I think what I'll do is, since we're not going to have apparently a long sequence of cutscenes to get through, I think we're just going to continue on, explore these next two areas. Probably, unless there's a new enemy we encounter, I'll do that mostly off screen. I'm going to change back to the party I had to start with. Alright, let's continue on. Hope that dinosaur wasn't like a Vieira deity or something, because if so, I think we're gonna have to apologize. So first of all, let's check out this dead end here. Ah, yeah, I had a feeling that there would be chests at the end of this. Ether, yeah. We're probably low on ethers by this point, but and that could be expensive to fix because they are pricey, but anyway, let's see, which way should we go? It's let's go south to the end, to the next, or to where the border is, and then circle back. So yeah, lots of status. Oh, black belt. That's interesting. I think that makes us immune to certain things. I think that was for sale though at some point. I don't think I bought it at the time because it was too much money, but yeah. Immune disable and immobilize requires accessories 9. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do that at some point. Okay. We've got a new enemy here. I just cleared out a bunch of Marlboros here. Let's see. Whoops. Come on. Dire Sore, weak to wind. We don't have Ash with us at the moment, so that's a bit unfortunate, I think. Oh, that's interesting. He doesn't have a letter after the name. Normally it would be Dire Sore A, or B, or C, or some other letter, but apparently we only get one per zone, so that's interesting. You know, I should have saved right after that boss battle, but well, we'll just have to chance it, I guess. Want to wait till those Marlboros are, yeah, or let's try to kite him away here a bit. Wow. Yeah, 2 LP, which is indication that it's a stronger, yeah, ether. Yeah, we need ethers. Ethers. Stronger than normal. We've got two of our main people slept here, so let's see. Yeah, we'll need the Princess's Kiss. In the PS2 version, you could really avoid using items at all, except possibly in boss battles, because you could get curing spells for just about everything on everybody. But in this version, that's less of a thing. You pretty much are more reliant on items, unless you keep like the same party set up, or have everybody have the same three jobs that are specifically designed for status fixing. Fran, you're just gonna throw those all away, aren't you? Okay. Wow, I am out of Chronos Tears, and I've got 3 of my party slept at the moment. That's not optimal. Or not slept, slowed. But I think we can still hold our own here a bit. Okay, new area. Paramina Rift. For some reason that we may or may not find out about, we've gone from a sweltering jungle to a freezing wasteland. That's interesting. Anyway, so there's people around here to talk to. Let's at least check out what these guys have to say. Yeah. Right, take one step. Yeah, right. We need the holy mountain. Right. And these guys are pilgrims or something, I guess. Anyway, let's end the episode there. We'll explore more of Paramina Rift next time. We'll probably want a map at some point, but at the moment, we don't have one. So anyway, Paramina Rift next time. Hope you'll join me for that, and until then, bye.